chain. Two legends rise.
Yo, it's RWINK in the cockpit, DJ Oracle in control. Teach a main city like it's coded in their soul. From the basis to the deep plays, every tool, every tip. They'll turn noobs into legends on this crypto trip. Grinding mission, stacking loot, dodging fakes, making moves. You got question, they got proof. Boost defense, point prestige, mode finesse. Main city ain't a game, it's a whole mindset test. Loaded lions in the streets, cubs chasing that bread. Every stat, every buff, yeah, it's all in your head. So plug in, level up, learn the code, know the plan. With Oracle and RWINK, you gon' master the land.
Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit. Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit.
Welcome back, everyone. It's RWINK7, and I am joined with DJ Oracle. That was Flippin's intro song for us that he made, so shout out again. Thank you for hooking us up with that. How's it going, DJ Oracle?
Hey, what's up, RWINK? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our podcast. Doing good. How's it going?
Yeah, doing pretty well. You know, catching up on sleep after the Blitz, so that's always nice. But
yeah, for reals.
Yeah, so take them away and we'll see, you know, if we're going to regulate them around an hour. But think of the length at these pods, you know, a few bigger ones. And we'll try. We did fail Blitz season 3, so we're going to talk about results, how we played, some lessons learned. And then we've skins, which bit about that, and what we're for it, and maybe some speculation. We reward these mystery boxes. 1528 is we've got the edition log that they had posted on X, just a little video of their AI lion going and doing exploration. And so, yeah, stay tuned for that. And you want to shout out the box? I did.
Yes, thank you. It was great. Shout out to everyone 1,000 NFTs. Shout out to first time with all 7 reasons. So it was with all those business and blueprints.
Only one thing I've noticed too, people mention this amount of blueprints. Kill strategy where they plan just to start as much as they used to. They open everything, right? I'm able to open up the time I hit prestige or level 10. And I got some lucky pulls, so that.
What did you get?
So I got 2 arcade. Yeah, so arcade and the crypto diamond ball, right? I did at the start. Laziest, thank you for buying that. To crypto into the competition. My round.
It's the commerce of the game, right?
Exactly. So that you know, Fiend Friend Crow there posted about that being a bit. I was like, hey, that's the key stock there, and just sell that. So right.
Yeah, and it was also.
So that's it. That's what I pulled them from was, and then I also think I pulled a bank out of one. I had a bank and I sold it. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna keep 2 still.
Get some vouchers.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was trying to get the. That's
why I expect a bunch of blueprint competition. Probably people were just like, we'll just see what we can get out of it. Right? So all these businesses they teased, the regional specific. I don't know whether they're going to be like a skin we can apply, or is it business set that we need blueprints right now. Other than that, not all my blueprints, just in case.
That's we keep in the game installing. That we said tweaking some things. They actually mentioned that announcement with blueprints. And we heard the feedback about the blueprint of the veteran plus. We got something you guys for those blueprints and veterans, but I guess in the top 100, top 200, top 100, most likely the have been playing for the longest because we have probably more NFTs than the new people that are coming in to get a little bit there.
Yeah, exactly. Other than anybody that just wailed right in and was like, alright, and understanding of the parts of 100. So if you have had the experience of compared to this, it's easiest to break into the top one on that prior knowledge and getting it from a veteran and their help check you into actually with a really strategy. So that's a component of. I don't know though whether, like you said, I think it's just increased all of the blueprints, which I'm fine. I mean, congratulations to Meta. Of them, that's insane. Like.
Yeah, and he said he opened them all at once. That must have been fun.
Everyone be like, "What did I get legendary?" But he didn't get any. He got some epics though, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
I think the Blazing the Trail pretty good for me. I was happy with and the strategy that I made to get to there. In the long run, some lessons learned. I think I maybe need to drop base businesses. Wasn't planning on using any of those that I got. I decided to use. Worked well on the 10x, but by the finding out, after my attack boosters had died off, so but difficult.
Yeah, because they're a bit expensive, right? But yet when you click, it didn't increase. You have to kind of like businesses maybe. Strategy comes into play. It's like, and I'm this was a real bunch of diamonds that we don't have because first the two deliveries. I was on the first day of the game. If I'm not mistaken, I'm the first delivery I'm around. Jackpot of 700 million diamonds.
Yeah, I saw you.
And
That's the first time I've seen a 700 million jackpot from the Cubs, and you get it in comp. So congrats on that. That's awesome.
it also kind of messed me up because then I was like boosting things that I wasn't that shouldn't did, and I did open up all my blueprints and I placed all my businesses, but I didn't have I just kept clicking everywhere and things, and when you have a bunch of money and you could just kind of like spend spend, and yeah, I should have only like got a certain level for businesses to first like I have. But I didn't have wasn't really because clicking all over. After the second day, I was like, all right, go back to millions, pretend you don't have on track. So again, that it's not just buying your way to the really strategy to play as well.
Yeah, right. Like, I've all fairly diamond conscious because there was one time I did back. I think it might have been one of the showdowns or maybe the last blitz from season 2. Not one that happened after World Series 2, but like the last before all downs. I got it and was like, oh, okay, now I can bring Leo. Or motors, sorry. I think it was. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring up this motors, and then I basically it all into motors caught up. My current pristine. I was like, okay, well, he dumb. But those way better. I just 100 million. Just you learn those lessons and put that under your belt, not and then play better.
Yeah, definitely. It helped. I was not out on the rack to penalize him. Against a strategy, I was just all over.
Yeah, up level that.
I still can't do it. And then I still asking, look, well, it's 1 million here and every click, and then 1 million here. If not click those, then those million are just to one business instead of dividing it everywhere and not really going.
Yeah, my strategy into like things up around 100 final prestige to prestige it up, a level to prestige it up, and then just focus on business, right? Because like you said, if you're spreading it around to these other businesses and crawling them all up slowly, it's not really like gaining any track for gold production, and you're just wasting that gold to 10 different businesses for your running. So it's a lot to figure out which one you're going to focus on, and it is sort of your lead business, break each, and then start pulling up the rest.
Yeah, and I had to remind myself the name to prestige of not just income. Once you prestige times that, so and yeah, back in the day, I started to practice. I was high on those diamonds for all you lose.
Out there just spending them. Just do that.
You get a booster. You get a booster. You get a booster.
Lightning forever.
Lightning forever.
Lightning boosted.
You have that diamond crypto diamond was plat,
Yeah. Power. But with your pride, would you get for NFT? Did you get anything decent?
I got an 8 shares, so nothing mere. And then I got and 74.68K of voucher. So it was good. I ended up at 78, so I was still within the 100. Definitely, if I would have stuck to a fund strategy, I would have 50. But like you said, lessons learned.
No, that's all you can take from it, right? And I mean, you still got decent vouchers out of it. The grenade launcher, I think I got 4 of those win for my prize in the World 2. Please need more. Thankfully, I did get 2 things for me. I got another encryption device, so already will be malwares have a little breaking through my defenses, and then a time bomb. So it's a bit stronger. Fortunately, on land that I can actually take it and abandon on. But
what do you other lands?
No ethicals for all regions except for Block Nexus, and then I got the 2 primordials. Expense and no ethicals.
Well, you got 1, and hopefully Legends you got 1 in land.
Frustrate so much. You boost every other land except, but because I've used that, we're on the lowest income, which the next I'm going to employ the same strat, but because my Block Nexus was the one that had the obstacle designated as my lowest, and then a little bit higher, so that I manage bandits, a little bit of an extra. I did again competition when I was climbing, ability 2 on the and then just hit people, so I get a little bit extra boost. But because of the diamond spend, but I had a lot of diamond that I was even just paying actors just diamonds.
Yeah, that's another thing that we get a lot more before.
Yeah.
I did a few. I ended up also with I don't know. I guess I had 200 diamonds maybe. Diamond ended.
Well, because I knew lead was gonna take, I made sure every last diamond it's 5% of the diamond, right? So as much of it as you can, you get 5% to normal. So if your
Yeah.
faction's going to you spend every last diamond you have because you get some of the 5% ones back to normal.
Good advice. Speaking of winning faction, people are typing the Discord that we got to kind of scarce to choose that people just stay out. No faction strategy. The game allows it. They're not breaking any rules from the game. And then one they know who's gonna just choose that faction and get it diamonds. Again, that's a G. If you don't have, like it's not like they're gonna go and get you or whatever. It would just be nice if they can change the mechanics to kind of force people to choose a faction.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Or if they want to remain absent, I think it was Meta. He put something on X when Knicks had made that post or whatever to say, should we be forcing faction choices or whatever. So there was a poll that he had done, right? And I believe Meta had made an alternative recommendation that I thought was actually really cool. So what they could do on the back end is if you don't want the diamonds you get back to normal mode, only start to accumulate once you've chosen a faction, right? So if you wait to the very end, you miss out on all of the previous day's diamonds that you've been spending, and it's only the last few moments when you choose the faction and those diamonds that you spend. So I thought that was kind of a cool alternative, right? It allows people to still sit out and not choose a faction, but if you don't choose a faction, then you're missing out on all those diamonds you're spending if that faction wins. So
I love it. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I think that would uh definitely make it more fair. And
yeah, because
yeah,
at
I mean,
least then it allows
yeah,
people, right, to still do the focus on getting the leaderboard rank, right? Because then they can attack whoever as they climb the leaderboard or whatever. So
mhm.
being factionless is part of their strategy, then okay, whatever. But then you're sacrificing the normal mode, right? So when you get to your rank and you've done your attacks, that's when you should be choosing your faction, right? Instead of waiting right to the last day.
Yeah. Yeah, just I mean, and again, it's these are things that the game mechanics allow. Just like when you hit your own faction, there's really nothing that anybody could do. It's just kind of like frowned upon. I mean, what you could do is hit him back. That's what I did. Somebody hit me, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" And then he got stuck next to me. And I told you that I bought a couple NFTs to bring up my defense because when I was there on the top 50s, man, they hit hard, bro.
Oh, they do. They do. Speaking of which, I was hoping that instead of getting like a time bomb or encryption device, I was really hoping for a generator. But I just bought one. You saw maybe in the Discord Dags, he had posted in the normal mode sales or market that his friend had a generator, so I picked that up for 140. A little expensive. I didn't. It was a bit of. It's almost twice the price of the last generator I bought, but now I have at least a little bit of extra defense against Kingpin.
Yeah, and it's perspectives again, right? So it's kind of like, oh, it's more expensive, but then again, it shows that the NFTs are increasing in value, so they're holding value. So it's kind of like the good and the bad of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and if they drop a little bit more, I might try to find some extra cash and pick up another one because it'd be good to have a few generators. I mean, I want one of each element. That would be the ultimate goal, right? Same with the data pads for your attacking, right? I would love, or for Kingpin attack, I'd love to have one of each color. So whether they play into the new exploration stuff that's coming or not, who knows? But just for the OCD aspect of my mind, it's nice to have one of each.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think that they will eventually implement the type of element that they are. So I'm aiming for the same thing, try to have one of each. And like you said, just for the collection, there's the game and there's the collection part of the NFTs also because the artwork for all the lands are it's pretty nice too.
Yeah. No, even like you look at the tents and all the shovels have different looks to them for the ground breakers and all the different artwork for each of the different elemental style of like all the weapons, right? Like even the if you look at like the Gatling guns, right? You got some that's got like a big skull sort of thing on it, and I just find that they're all unique and they all look appealing, right? So I kind of want one of each if I can afford it. Now, as to whether that happens, I mean, I'm still working on my collections, but yeah, it's the collection aspect as well as the utility, and that's what I find is very appealing to most of the NFTs that are in Main City.
Yeah, the appearance and the utility. Yeah, so shout out to Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh's like, what kind of defense do you have? Because he kept hitting me and he couldn't get through. And it also depends on the role, right? Because even though we have the NFTs, we can get a bad roll, and there goes the defense. But
Yeah.
thankfully, I was getting some good rolls.
Oh, especially when you roll bad on on the photon barrier, and it's just like, really. It's like everybody's gonna break this. It was a waste of that amount of diamonds too. But at least it's only 4 hours, and then you get to try again. But and I know there was one point too. Maybe you guys might notice it in the recording. Hopefully my computer's recording everything well, but Thailand is really doing a number on my computer with how hot it is here, so some of the processing has slowed down. And I know there was one point where I went and I thought I clicked to equip all of my armor, and I was like half asleep, not paying attention. I went and I put up all of my defenses without having any of my armor equipped. And I'm just like, yeah. And I was going into the final day too, and I'm just like, great. I'm just basically here, just clean my city, guys. like I have
Go
no
right
defenses.
in. Come on, right in.
Pretty much.
The defenses are just for looks.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to make you guys think it's all defended, but no, the defenses are paper. Oh, it was terrible. I was just like, wow, man.
Yeah.
But
You are
that was
human. At least you are. You're not AI.
yeah, exactly. So I was just like, well, on the bright side, at least the kingpin one only lasts 4 hours. That was so sad though. I was just like, great. Rate is I'm trying to climb or at least hold my position, right? But whatever. It's all. I'm happy I managed to hold on to 38. I only slipped about 11 positions on that final day, and that was due to a lot of people buying in. You could see them jumping up quite a bit, and even at that point, I was trying to purchase a few P5s and P6s just to help boost my city and climb up to them quicker. At that point, I was gonna sell my arcade and probably just drop the bank, but I wasn't able to secure any because I kept getting outbid. And I was like, I'm willing to spend about 150 crow to be able to, secure a better rank. Just looking at the leaderboard, and it just kept getting bid up too much. So I was just like, all right, this isn't going to work. So I'm just going to run with what I had. And thankfully, I didn't get pushed out of the top 50. So, and I'm happy with my prize pool. I got 24 blueprints. It was I think it was 380 million diamonds for being part of the winning faction, and then 801,000 vouchers. So that was pretty nice. 801 crows, nothing to scoff at. Plus, being able to sell that one business up front was another like 200 crow. So yeah, not too bad in the long run. And then because I also got to Division 1 by the time they dropped the rewards, I also was awarded some titanium as well as gold. So that was a nice little extra bonus.
Yeah, I saw that on your video when you got the prizes. Someone like, hey, he's on titanium now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Finally in the big
timing.
leagues.
Yeah.
Up to Division 1. But yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, overall, I thought the Blitz was pretty good. Like I said earlier, I enjoyed the 1 week ones. I find the 2 week one just to be a little bit, unless the prize pool is really good. I mean, I play all of them anyways, but I usually find that I lose interest after the first week, right? Even near the end there, right? I was just sort of like, I just want this to be over with on that last like 7th day. I'm just like, oh, I'm done grinding. But
yeah, the 3rd day I was like, oh, like they should make the first day one of the most expensive, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah, the last day I was like, oh, it's the one that counts the most, but I'm the most tired.
yeah, exactly. You're just like, oh, is it over yet? just don't attack me too much. I'm still trying to keep a good rank. But I just find that at least the 1 week I'm like, I can push through that last day. But once you get into like the second weekend of playing, then you're like, oh man, another second weekend of like, I can't really do too much. I need to like either have my laptop with me or focus on this game to keep your rank, or essentially just sort of forfeit it after into the second week. But I mean, that's where I guess the 10x days come in. So if they don't have a 10x day on the weekend, you can sort of like lollygag a bit, but you know, that's where you also it comes to your strategy, right? And everybody's got their own strategy as how they organize and play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And it was nice. It's been nice seeing everybody posting their results. I know I was in the Brave Discord and I was there with Chrissy. Shout out to Chrissy. And we were sharing there the results. And it's nice to see the blueprints, people having fun, competition. We have a lot of new players that this was like their first competition, and a lot of people that are still tweaking their strategy. But it's nice to see everybody showing up the rewards.
Yeah, exactly. And here I'll bring up. I just showed the post of what the Lion team had posted for it, but Queen Cindy had made a pretty decent graphic. Did nice job on this for the top 10 as well. So you can see Meta in first. There's FFTB Hacker, and then Hayton for our top 3 podium there, and then Dark Close, Crypto Diamond, Blazius, Big, Stroman, Dizul, and D Kimbo GG. So congratulations to the top 10, but again, congratulations to everybody. If you made it into the top 1,000, I know there were some people down in the lower ranks that got data pads and got generators. Even getting something like a Gatling gun, right? Those are worth almost $50 right now. So there's a lot of advantages to also joining the competition just to shoot for that top 1,000. Even if you don't think the prize pool is worth it, the vouchers might not be worth it in the top just 1,000, but the chance to get a really good NFT is definitely worth it.
Yeah, and every NFT is going to help you for the next competition anyways, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if you only got the lowly grenade launcher or a turbine, right? Those boost your defenses or your attacks for your Veil of Venom. And if you're one of the starting out players, typically you should be using some of those, right? Your diamond gen's probably not high enough to really balance out a more complicated strategy. So you'd be using some of the, diners and gyms and your cool cats. Maybe you got a Panthera station, right? And all those can take advantage of the Veil of Venom. So every NFT counts, right? They're all important.
Yeah, definitely. Of number, percentage.
Exactly. That is for sure. Like you always say, it's a game of numbers. I think that covered the Blazing Blitz. I guess the last little there did see Nick's posted earlier that the season 3 competition is ready. So the next couple of days we will have season 3 schedule. So get ready. You can start scheduling your life around the competitions, and try to climb the leaderboard rank, I suppose, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw that post too. I think he said it's like 90% done or something. So it's pretty exciting. And hopefully they'll do some of the weekends. I like the weekend blitz too.
Yeah, the showdowns. I like the showdowns. Yeah, they're fun, right? Just because it is like just go, right? There's not really as serious of like, okay, I'm gonna hang back or anything like that. I mean, you can still try that, but essentially it's just like you need to try your hardest for these 3 days, right? And there's no there's no real I guess there's still strategy. I don't want to say there's no strategy to it, but a lot of it comes down to like if you get lucky with blueprint drops, right? That's going to help you get up to a really high rank fast, and that's going to get you more and more points. So it's harder for people to overtake you. So I find them fun, and just for fun, right? Like the prize pools are always tiny on them, no NFTs. So that's where people that are complaining about the voucher rewards. I guess maybe we could talk a little bit about that. Move on. But when people are complaining about how rewards are beat up, those show only one. You're only in the top one. Still gives you a earning episode. You're gonna make money.
You read them, those shows. It's pretty much start from like we're now, right? We're tweaking the city. We kind of move up one, but when you start from you don't know what business yet. You gotta find out, stop putting furniture and keep going on the business, or when to put more furniture, and those are things that we don't really have to do anymore in normal mode. Those showdowns really do help with that, so that when the competition comes, you got a little bit of practice, because otherwise how are we going to practice starting from zero?
Yeah, exactly, and that's it, right? You know, if you're thinking, oh, it's like I'm not gonna make it into the prize pool and there's no NFTs to win, right? Like, okay, I get it. It's sort of discouraging. You're putting in time and effort and you're not getting anything out, right? Like 33 cents or whatever. You're getting 33 voucher. It's not cents, sorry. But, you know, the thing is about it, you know, you're not really much either on the games to like, you know, what bigger play like Diamond and he didn't get first. Meta puts in right the amount of phones and stuff like that. You know, I admit of like, oh, run the game, but you know, I mean, I got to be classified as a whale at this point. But you know, I still don't really consider it because I've built myself up from like zero. I started with just a single dune and a backpack, right? That I minted. That's the way to where I am because I strategy. So you know, as you get more and more out and how it works, that's when you to it. You're gonna and refine your strategy and you know, that's when you go from those 800s, 700s rank, you know, and you'll start breaking like 300s and 200. Like, shout out to Moon. He's in the Legion Discord. He's only been playing for 2 months, and with our help, I think he finished something like 300 and like top 350. I'm pretty sure, right? And he has only a couple of land NFTs and barely any Arids, right? Like he's the guy that finds all of our cubs for us because he has so few lands, but he still managed to get into the top 400.
Nice. Nice. I'm pretty sure that one NFT is helping, you know, like again, it goes back to you're winning one NFT here and there. And like you said it perfectly. I started the same way too, like just one land because I saw the you know the opportunity of owning, you know, a piece of something for the crypto.com, which is a pretty known exchange, and to be able to actually start playing the game. And, you know, once I liked it, like you said, oh, you know, I have enough for instead of, I don't know, instead of going out to the movies or whatever, I'll just buy this NFT for now, you know? So it's not like you have to, you know, just spend everything all at once. You know, things build up, and again, we go back to the games. People that play games and they like their skins. If they're playing Call of Duty or whatever, you know, they're just gamers and they're spending money there. But that's their money is just staying in the game. Is just for them. They can't resell them or anything, and at least we can resell them. Like you said, right? Like let's say that you bought your generator, you bought the generator when you bought it, and it was lower at a lower price. If for some reason you wanted to just get rid of it, now it's worth a lot more than what you got it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's sort of one aspect I think people need to take into account too, right? It's not, this isn't investment advice, obviously, but these are investments, right? That's the way I look at them. That I am investing in these lands, these tools, you know, weapons, all that type of stuff, while I'm also able to use them in a game and potentially make some money off the game. But, you know, I'm also enjoying playing said game, right? So to me, and I think this maybe is a good transition, you know, into the next topic as well, right? When you compared the skins of a normal game, right? Now, that's one thing that's being introduced recently into Main City as well is the skins, the skin aspect. But you know, when it comes to the NFT front, I find them to be something I'm willing to put my money into, just because there is that resale, right, and a possible appreciation of that asset.
Yeah, because I mean, like we go back to we're still in beta. We're not even in mobile yet. So um, yeah, again, no financial advice. We're just here for the game. We love the game. But if you can get something out of it, get into the top 1,000, start getting some vouchers, start getting some NFTs, and yeah, jump in the Discord too. Nobody's hiding anything from it. I mean, of course, not everybody reveals their whole strategy, but the community, it's very open to sharing at least the very basics, so you don't feel like you're in the blind. If you're brand new to the game, jump in the Discord and ask questions.
Exactly. That's the best way to learn, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess that ends what we're talking about with the Blitz stuff, and maybe we can roll into like we were talking with the NFTs, the new skins that came out, right? Because this is a little bit counter to the NFTs as being an investment, right? These skins are less so, right? This is a purely um, aesthetic purchase, at least at the moment.
yeah, at least for now. Who knows how not just the game, but the crypto world and the blockchain technology and all that, how it's going to get involved, and how it's going to evolve. Um, but for now, they give a bonus on the game, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, we had previously talked about the Apex skin. That was the Lion project, right? Which the Lion token is associated with the loaded lions. So that was a skin available for purchase at 500k vouchers. That is 500 crow. So little expensive. That's close to like what, $70 right now. So they did just introduce two new skins for other partner projects. So there's the Synthtopia skin. They are aligned with the Void as a faction alignment, and they have the skin for the Felice Cineplex. So let me just bring up the skins here. And then they also brought out the Wolf Swap, the Wolf Den skin is what they call it. So that's on the bank. Now, the Synthtopia project does have an NFT that is coming to the game. That's the Synthetics collection. That is the one that is supposed to be coming to the game eventually, which will likely add bonuses for, attacking, maybe decrease of your debuff costs, stuff like that. Potentially other things such as they may, get diamond boost, maybe some gold boost, because, the crazy monsters did take gold over I believe the debuff cost or reduced debuff wait time, I think. So there is those as NFTs that will be in the game eventually. But the Wolf Swap team does not have an NFT collection that is coming, at least not that I'm aware of or that's been officially announced. So that makes sense as to why it's a purchasable skin. Now the prices on these two skins, so you've got the Synthtopia one. It was, what was that, 125k vouchers, so that's 125 crow. And then the bank skin for Wolf Swap is 200k vouchers or 200 crow.
Yeah, and the Syntopia Space Power Vault goes for the Felice Cineplex. It gives 4.5 bonus, and then also for the Wolf Den, that's applied to the bank. It also gives a 4.5% skin bonus. And also, guys, these bonuses are only on the business when applied. So even though you own the skin, it's not like the monk tree, the tree house. Whether you have it applied or not, the bonus is there. But with these new skins, you have to apply it. Otherwise, the business is not gonna get the bonus. So keep that in mind, guys.
Which is interesting, right? I guess maybe that's a prelude to possibly multiple skins coming out for these businesses, right? So you need to apply it to be able to have that skin bonuses active, right? So, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see if there's a Motors skin that comes out later on, if you apply that and it stacks with the Cretan Monks skin, right? Because you don't need to apply the skin to get the bonus with the Cretan Monks one, and then you could apply the other skin. But
Ooh, stack. Who doesn't love stacking bonuses?
right, that's it. Well, and that's the big thing I like. I don't want to knock on these other project skins, but that's the one thing I really like about the monk skin, right? 4.5 is nothing exciting when you can get 45 with 5 monks, right? So you can get 10 times more, and all you have to do is own the minimum requirement to start being eligible for royalties from the Cretan Monks project. And the skin, I mean, these skins are really nice. I'm not going to say they're not nice. I do really like the monk treehouse, though, as well, with the little creek that comes through. So I think it's a very appealing skin. I mean, they all are, but to not have to pay for the monk skin, I think that's the biggest advantage for myself, at least. Because again, I invest in the
Yeah.
NFTs instead of buying a skin.
Yeah, exactly. And going back to, I was gonna say the same thing. Going back to, you can always resell your monks, but you can't resell their skin. And again, we're just saying the facts. We appreciate everything that's coming into the game. We love the game. We love all the projects. We're just pointing out the differences.
Yes, yeah, it's a difference between being critical and providing criticism in a timely and orderly form, right? Without just outright hating it versus outright hating everything and just basically saying, well, why isn't it free? This is stupid, blah blah blah, right? So we have to understand, they are trying to make money too to keep this game running, so this helps them make money. Now, maybe the project also gets some kickback, I'm not too sure. Or maybe it's a reduced cost for the project to get a business skin if they charge their holders for the skin. I don't know. But, I'm sure it comes down to what the project could afford and how they break it all down to really, get into the game. So, I think every aspect of it, like if you're interested in these types of skins, I think it's a cool idea. I mean, like you said earlier, people pay, hundreds of dollars for season passes to unlock skins, right? Or even just straight out buying a skin for like $30-40. So it fits here. It would just be nice to see the ability to sell it.
Yeah, yeah, that would make everything. It would just put it in par with the NFTs, so that would be really cool.
Yeah, or even here, if instead, I mean, maybe lower the price a little bit so it's not a blanket, you can apply it to all of yours, but you purchase the ability to apply it to one business, right? And then it's with that business forever, right? So now you can sell that bank with the Wolf Swap skin on it, and it's no longer a bank, it's now the Wolf Den, right? And that's how they could change the businesses up and allow you also to sell it, and instead make it, 30K vouchers to apply or 20K vouchers, right? Because, if you want to apply it to multiple banks, then you have to buy it multiple times.
Yeah.
But, I mean, then I guess you run into the issue of like, well, what happens when I want to take it off? Do I have to then pay vouchers to remove it? So, which,
And of course they would not.
well, I mean, right? I mean, that kind of leads us into like the next little topic here as well, right? They brought out the daily rewards, and thank you, Crypto Joe. He posted a picture here. Currently not in the game right now just because of the resources it requires. So I found this image that Crypto Joe had posted so we can get a good idea of what we're looking at for daily rewards here. So this was also with the newest update that just came out, along with the skins and everything. So you can see on the screen here is the calendar for the 28 days worth of rewards. So we are, I believe, on the Gigabyte Guardian currently for today. So you're able to redeem that. In a couple more days, we will have our first surprise reward. So after, we'll get into a little speculation as to what we think those might be. But one big thing I want to call out before I get your opinion on this, DJ, is the double daily bonus at the bottom that you can see right here is 25K vouchers. That doubles the reward that you get from just that day, right? And that's where we're talking about the cost of removing things in the voucher costs in this game, there is no confirmation button on this. So avoid that button like the plague, because 25k vouchers for anything other than doubling a gold blueprint is not worth it. Do not click that button. Maybe on the 120 million diamonds it might be worth it. Probably not. You could probably convert those 25k vouchers and get a lot more diamonds than what you would get from just doubling these rewards. But essentially that's what that button does, and in my opinion it is a little expensive. But what do you think, DJ Oracle?
Yeah, the same thing, right? And like you said, it doesn't give you a warning. Like you can also pay for if you want to skip the day. It says you click on days, like you said. Right now we're on day 5 for the 1 gigabyte Guardian. Day 6 is 20 million diamonds, and if you click on it, you'll get a advance faster. Unlock every intermediate reward and move ahead in the calendar today. Ideal if you want to reach the final rewards faster and start earning extra bonuses before the end of the month. Receive your rewards up to 1 day for 50k. Would you like to advance now? So again, that's double the price. That's 50k vouchers if you want to skip the day. If you don't want to wait. But they do have a warning for that one. It'll be nice if they had a warning for the double the reward. Because it's
Definitely.
fancy, right? It looks red and it looks all flashy, and it just makes you want to click on it.
Exactly. No, I agree. I mean, I'd been even saying that since the first time I accidentally clicked on the 1k voucher to spin the daily roar, right? I was like, that was a rip off. Like, you guys need to put a confirmation button, right? If I'm spending vouchers, I want a confirmation that I'm spending vouchers, because that's actual money, right? Whereas diamonds, it's stuff that's being generated by our land, so it doesn't feel as serious, I suppose, right? I mean, sure, it's used, you can turn it into money via leveling up businesses and selling them, but the straight up just accidentally clicking on this and there goes 25k vouchers, that hurts.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just actually clicking on all the days, and you can skip all of them. Like, you go to day 7, and it'll be 100k. You go to day 8, and it's 150. If you then I clicked on day 28, and it's 1.14 million vouchers. But I get you don't have enough vouchers.
Yeah, I had that on the first day I was playing around with it, and I clicked on that, and it was like, this is 1.3 million vouchers, but you don't have enough for it. And I was like, oh, thank God. What if I accidentally clicked it and it just spent it all right away? I'd be so upset. It's like, oh, cool. I just spent, 1,300 crow to get a bunch of rewards. Like, it'd suck.
That I could have waited for.
Yeah, exactly. That I could have easily bought myself. Like, the cost of 2 Kingpin Wraths is only 20 million diamonds, like, for me, so it's not that significant, right? Same with like the 2 Photon Barriers. It's like, okay, that's, what are they, 34 or something like that, or 39, so like almost 40 million, so it's like 80 million diamonds, the cost, so it's like, it's not worth it, right? So
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, I would never, unless, like I said, and maybe this is where we can transition the speculation on these surprise rewards, right? So if these surprise rewards turned out to be, like 2 gold blueprints, right, and you could double it for 25k, and you get 4 gold blueprints, like, yes, please, I would spend my vouchers for that, right? Because it's about 25k for a gold blueprint right now on the market, anyways. So to double a gold blueprint or 2 gold blueprints, like, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would definitely be worth the click. Yeah, they're at 2310 right now. And that's on auction though. So they might go higher. People are bidding on those gold blueprints. Because again, who doesn't like gold blueprints? So
No.
that one I would definitely, you're right, I would definitely click and double that one if
Now,
it's gold blueprints.
I'm wondering if, so when we do get to the surprise reward, I wonder if we have to choose if we double it up front or not.
Oh, that's a great point. Oh, Now I can't wait till we get there.
Yeah,
Cause yeah, it might just show you the mystery, but it might not show you what the price is.
yeah, until
Uh,
you claim it, right? So it would be like your mystery box, claim it now, right? And then it'll show you what it is. Because that's what, like, when you go to claim them right now, right? It'll show you what the box is, and then it'll have at the bottom claim, or then right at the very bottom double, right? So you can click that if you wanted to double it. Now, I'm wondering if as soon as you click the daily reward, surprise reward, or whatever, if it'll like show you what's in the box before you make the choice, or if it's going to be a mystery until you make your choice, and then you claim it, and it's like, oh, it was this, and then you go, man, I wish I would have doubled it.
yeah, yeah, I love it. I love the speculation.
Yeah. Well, because if that's the case, then we need some sacrificial lambs. You guys need to do the you click on it first, let us know what the reward is, and then if it's a good reward, everybody's going to be doubling, and if it's a bad reward, we just claim as normal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to be on the Discord to see who's, because we're gonna want to share it. Whoever opens it first is gonna be like, guys, this is what we have, blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So I'll
that's gonna
probably
be
hold
interesting.
off on it. Be like, okay, I'm going to wait and see what it is. But what do you think day 7's going to be? We're not too far out from that, so and give us a little bit of detail as to what you think we might be pulling here.
So I'm thinking it might be. I'm hoping for the gold blueprints. That would be super. But I'm thinking it might be a kingpin. That could be because they're like the expensive, or the photon barriers, which they do have them. They have two kingpins on day 16, and the photon barriers on 26. But I'm just thinking because it's like on the pricier, um, rewards, or yeah, like the more expensive things.
Hmm.
I'm thinking that it might be one of those. But I would
Yeah,
love some gold blueprints.
that's sort of what I was thinking. So I was kind of thinking either day 7 was going to be something like, maybe a aerial bombardment, right? Like I don't really see them on here. So maybe it'd be like a couple aerial bombardments. Maybe you get 2 or 3 of them, right? And then like day 14 might be a blue blueprint, like an uncommon blueprint. And then like day 21 might be like 3 uncommon blueprints, and then day 28 might be something like just 1 gold blueprint, or maybe like 5 or 6, who knows, maybe some bigger number of the uncommon normal blueprints.
Yeah. Yeah, because the diamonds, I don't think it'll be like diamonds because day 27, it's 120 diamonds. So I don't think they would do diamonds back to back. Um, and I'm really hoping that day 28 is the best reward. And I'm thinking it does show, right, that it's gonna be resetted after every 28 days, because it says next reset 23 days and 17 hours. I guess that's to reset the whole 28 days.
Yeah.
And I think you also have to keep your streak, because I think they also say that if you miss a day, you can claim it for the low price of whatever vouchers they're gonna want to charge.
Well, and that's where it's probably going to be the 50 vouchers a day, right? Like how we can skip ahead. I'm sure that if you want to claim past ones that you missed, that's what it's going to cost, right? Now,
Mhm.
my question is, does that matter? Do I need to have the daily streak every day to be able to claim the next day, right? Like if I missed tomorrow, which would be the diamonds, do I forfeit day 7? Like I can't claim the surprise now?
Yeah, it might take you back to day one. And I'm only saying that because when you go to the crypto.com app, you can also go claim a reward daily. And if you don't
You go back
claim
to
it
day
one
1.
day, you go back to day one.
Okay, that could be it. That probably is what happens then. So I was thinking it as like a calendar, and every 28 days you can claim one of the days of the calendar, right? But yeah, chances are it needs to be a streak, right? So you need to keep that streak going Otherwise, yeah, like, I mean, if you don't care about it, you just need to make sure you're there for day 7, 14, 21, and 28 for the daily surprises, right? I mean, 22 is not bad. That's 4 lightning boosts. That's pretty cool. I mean, the 120 million diamonds is nice, right? That's like almost 3 hours of my diamond gen. So that's pretty cool. I'd take that.
Yeah. And it's just it goes back to it also goes to how the developers kept saying that there will be more activities for us to do. So they have those daily quests, the weekly quest, and now we have this we had the daily roar, and now we have the daily rewards. So it's also good that they're keeping us busy, that they keep giving us more things to do. Um, and when it comes to the prices, I mean, we don't, we don't. It's not like the best for us because of the prices and all that. But then again, we don't want part-time developers on the game, right? Like they keep saying somebody, I think is, I don't know who it is, and the Discord they keep saying, well, these part-time developers, and I was like, yeah, but you don't want to pay them, huh?
Yeah, fair enough,
And,
right? Hey,
yeah.
I'm fine with them. I know there was talk about like if you could purchase, that get double daily bonus, right? The 2x reward. If you could purchase that as a one-time thing, almost like a season pass where it's like, okay, I'll give you 50K vouchers to double my daily bonuses, right? Just for the
For the
entire
28
month.
days.
Yeah, for the entire 28 days, right? So that could
Hmm.
be a route to go because I'm sure people would pay that in competition to get extra daily rewards, right? Just because that'll give them a slight advantage. Hey, I get extra diamonds. I get extra, like even on these gold, right? Like an hour of gold for the competition could really help out at the right time. So yeah, we'll have to see if they make that slight adjustment, but chances are it's probably going to stick to 25K to double it per day. So
Yeah, for now. And you know what? I hadn't even thought about that they'll be available for the competitions because yeah, everything helps in the competitions.
yeah, hey, getting that extra booster rate at the start, right? That's
Hmm.
you know, I mean that's what I'm kind of excited about too. Now being in Division One, I don't think I'll be there for the big competition, but hitting P100 gets you an extra attack from the daily roar per day, right? So there's these little extra bonuses now that when you get to Division One that carry over to competition. So it's kind of cool.
So say that again. When you're in Division 1, you get an extra attack
Yeah,
on the daily
but
one.
you have to hit Prestige 100 to get that extra attack, right? So when you hit
Prestige
Prestige,
100 in Division 1.
yes, yep, and then I think
Okay.
Prestige 200 in Division One, that gives you an extra defense. So there's these little extra bonuses as you climb the Prestige ranks in Division One, and then I'm sure once we have Division Two, right, which meta should be there probably, who knows, but I can't see it being much longer than another month. We'll hopefully have a schedule of like what is provided that route as well, right? So he'll be getting extra cash, extra diamond bonuses, plus probably 2 extra attacks, 2 extra defenses, things like that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is cool. It incentivizes to keep moving up the leaderboard and keep prestiging up and being engaged in the game.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that even with like the buying the airage, right? And unlocking achievements and stuff, like that carries over to competitions. So yeah, all these little extra activities that you do daily, right? Whether it's just continuing your prestiging or building up your achievements via attacking and fulfilling the other requirements, those all carry over and help give you a slight little extra advantage in competition. So I know some people like to sit out normal mode when competitions aren't on, and just collect diamonds, but I still play every day. I find it worthwhile.
Yeah, I still switch back and forth. I just didn't play that much, so the diamonds did accumulate. Just because I was, on the other mode. But yeah, I still logged in, got my daily rewards. it's nice to have the Cubs every 2 hours because they come, normal mode and in competition mode.
Yeah, I was chasing them both modes, get them over and done with, right?
Yeah, and get free stuff, right?
Yeah, well, and I was also looking at the market because I find during competitions sometimes you can find some decent deals. People sell things off because they need the vouchers for comp mode, so I don't mind picking stuff up at that point. Like I got, I think a couple of gold blueprints for 15K, and
15?
yeah, and I picked 7 of them up for 18K. So
What?
yeah, I lucked out
Where
there.
was I?
Sleeping, man.
You're right. I mean, yeah, because the market slows down.
Yeah, I kept it secret. I couldn't tell anybody. I didn't want to get outbid.
Right. Hey, some things, some things you gotta get. I mean, you're saying it now, so
Yeah,
some
exactly.
things you gotta, yeah. Otherwise, the opportunity goes.
Yeah, I know. Even then, it's like, oh, should I be telling people to check comp, or check normal mode during comp, and they start buying all the stuff I normally buy? Like, don't steal my deals. But hey, I mean, we need a healthy market, right? So, which hopefully, now they're going to be lowering it to a 3-hour market for auction. So that's going to be nice.
Yeah, 4 hours is wild, and then especially when you see somebody's outbidding you, and now you just want to get back to them, and so you're like, you know what? I'm gonna wait to the last minute and just outbid you.
Yeah, well, I got outbid pretty much near at the last minute. So then I waited and outbid on the last minute on another one, and then bid up another one, and then they both bid on the opposite and outbid me. So at that point, I was just like, all right, I'm done. You can have them. But it slowed them down a little bit, I think. So.
Hey, strategies again. Going back to strategies.
Yeah, the troll strategy.
There you go. The troll strategy.
Yeah, everybody's got a little bit of a tweak to how they play, right? But yeah, I'm excited that we got the daily rewards, and I'm excited to see what else comes out. So I think we can move on from the skins and daily rewards, unless you had a last few little things you wanted to input on them.
No, I think we're good. Let's find out and wait to see what we're gonna get on the surprise day 7.
Yes.
We'll leave that for the next podcast.
Well, that's it, and then we can maybe speculate, because next podcast will be leading up to hopefully the day 21 surprise reward, and then we can speculate as to what we think it is and what day 28 will be, because we'll have a couple under our belt, so we get an idea of what they're doing. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'll play the X post, the expedition log, so we can let that play, and then we can talk a little bit about that as well, because that was a pretty interesting little video that they posted here. Let me just.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'll get the volume on and let's maximize it.
Welcome back, legends. We're deep in the burn zone, and things are literally heating up.
The legends talk about some massive relic hidden up here in all this lava and chaos. Step 500 something, and I'm starting to wonder if those legends were just really good at making stuff up. 100,000 steps in and questioning all my life choices. Gonna set up camp here tonight and continue tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, legends.
There we go. So that's the first expedition log that is sent over to the Cyber Cubs of the Lion out exploring. So there's some pretty interesting little clips here. He's out in the Molten Forge lava fields, just walking around, some volcanic eruption stuff going on. Then he's walking along, looks like a big path here, maybe down to like a hidden temple of some sort. And he's talking about a ancient relic that the myths had brought forward. So he's out there trying to search for this relic. Maybe that's something that we're going to be looking for. I know in their initial trailer they had brought out some details around going and exploring the temple, trying to find this relic. And then he sets up camp. Let me just get to that point here, so we can get a good still shot of it. There it is. So he's got the camp with the volcano in the background there and a little campfire. So it's got a little tent. Don't know which one that is. Kind of looks like the petabyte one, opposed to, being in the volcanic area. You would think he'd have the fiery, the ember, I believe is the name of the one that's going to hopefully match up with the molten forge element. But yeah, he's got a little campfire set up there, and he's questioning all his life choices that led up to this. So yeah, kind of a cool little trailer. I mean, personally, I'm excited to see what else comes from it. Especially Expedition Log 2. See if they further the exploration in the Molten Forge area, or if he's going to show off different areas that they might be exploring. Like maybe the big one being like the Aurora Wilds, because they have that thawed altar and sort of like a temple in it to begin with. So something like that would be kind of cool to see. But yeah, what did you think of it? I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, yes, this is super exciting. Oh, you want to know what?
This is moving.
I forgot to switch over to the screen recording. I'm an idiot.
What do you mean?
On the Discord, I didn't switch over from Discord recording to screen recording. This is what I mean. When my computer doesn't like register my clicks sometimes because it's so hot. Okay, I gotta replay it. But let me just so this was the as I was saying. I'm sorry guys, a little technical difficulty. But there's the tent. There's the lava field, and there was the path that he was walking on. I'll just replay it real quick. That way people can see the full video. Since we already had the audio, I'll keep the audio on though anyways, and then we'll get into your thoughts about it, DJ.
Welcome
Sounds
back,
good.
Legends. We're deep in the burn zone, and things are literally heating up.
The legends talk about some massive relic hidden up here in all this lava and chaos. Step 500 something, and I'm starting to wonder if those legends were just really good at making stuff up. 100,000 steps in, and questioning all my life choices. Gonna set up camp here tonight and continue tomorrow. Stay tuned.
So yeah, there we go. He's gonna continue tomorrow, but it's been a few days since they posted that, so hopefully we're gonna get something coming out soon. I mean, yeah, it's been over a week since they posted this video, but yeah, I loved it. I thought that was a really cool little video that they put out, so I'm excited to see where they further this.
Yeah, I love it too, because it kind of goes again to the promises that they put on the I mean, not promises, but the plans that they have on the roadmap. Exploration, so it kind of shows, that could be a way of how it's going to get implemented. It shows the possibility of when they have a VR, some glasses that you could actually be that lion, right? You could be that could be your avatar, or actually one of our lions that we have could be the avatar, or a dark lion, whatever we want to choose. Maybe even a certain avatars might be better for certain regions. Maybe the cubs are better for something. Maybe a lion is better for a certain exploration. Maybe, the loaded lion, dark lion or cub. Now that we have the monsters, all that, I mean, the possibilities are beautiful. And yeah, it was a really cool video. I really like how it's just hyping up the game, and it's making it more exciting.
Yeah, same here, and I really do hope that this is going to be some. I mean, I've always been an RPG fan, with terrible internet back where I grew up. It was always story-based stuff, so that's always what got me going. Big RPGs that you could sink, 70 to 100 hours into it easily. So I'm excited for some sort of like open world exploration type aspect to it, with some monsters to fight, maybe weapons that get dropped that we can like trade amongst each other, different resources, things like that. And the availability of having like our monks and, cubs and monsters and, even the dark lions and the loaded lions, I'm for sure going to be in there, I think, but have them as like a 3D, animated actual avatar that we're going to control and walk around. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, definitely. And as technology increases and all that, I can, I mean, I can't wait. And it would help out with the backpacks, right? Because it'll put a little more value on the backpacks as well. I know that they had said the Moonwalker, which is the best backpack that there is, that it would have more benefits and really good benefits. So I'm really I'm really excited to see what those benefits are gonna be. I'm excited for the monsters. I'm excited for the resources. Speaking of, they put on the first frontier lands. They didn't have none of those attributes before, and now they changed the metadata. I think it's called, and now they have monsters and resources and regions. So if you hadn't noticed, go check out your lands, people, and see what you got.
Yeah, that's one thing I still need to do is go through and see how well mine got rolled. I haven't really checked them out yet, but I think with that being done so recently, I have a feeling like we're pretty close to the launch of like the monsters and exploration, right? Because like they need that data on the first frontier to be able to implement what they're doing. So, I don't think they would do it too soon. Probably still about a month away. They're probably testing it, but yeah, I think we're gonna be there sometime in September. I was hoping it was going to be mid this month, maybe end of this month, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Excited for it though, and I really hope that they deliver something that blows our socks off.
Yeah, and I think they will. I mean, they're being pretty they're been working pretty hard at things, and it's exciting. Any new update, I'm always excited. I know they gotta keep tweaking stuff, and again, guys, go on the Discord and go to the feedback, express what you have because they do read it. They just recently told us how they got the message about the merging, the workshop, that it seems like it's failing a lot. I mean, not it seems, it's actually been failing at just the 90% rate. Like if you guys go through my videos on my YouTube channel, you can see that I do a lot of merging, and you could see how my first merge, I wasn't even really thinking about it. I was just merge. But now they're been failing at my first, which is supposed to be a 95% success rate. So they're asking for details, they're asking for information so they can look into it. So shout out to the devs for taking all the feedback into consideration.
Yeah, and I'm sad that I
Yeah,
didn't
looks like they're working.
record. I should have recorded. I normally record my merging, but I was like, what? It's just up to 5. Like trying to build a Q5, and I failed the 2 Q4s to go to Q5 to then merge with my normal Q5 to bring it up to Q6. So I failed that one, and then I go and I tried to build some more, right, to build up and try Q4, like the Q5 merge with 2 Q4s again. And I just sat and I failed 10 times in a row on the single, like on the first merge. And I was like, this is like, after the first 3, I was like, okay, there's no way it's going to fail again. And then it failed. There's no way. And it just kept going. And I'm just like, I should have just stopped. Like, it just kept failing. Like,
but you wouldn't think, like, right? Like, what are the odds that after 6 fails, it's gonna fail again? You're like, okay, this is it. Like,
yeah.
and then
My,
remember saying that after
exactly.
the
My
10th,
luck streak has to come. I've got to get a good lucky streak here. And it was just like bad luck, bad luck, bad luck. And I was like, what is going on? And then so I stopped. I stopped for like a little bit, and I was like, okay, no, it had to have been just a fluke. Maybe it reset when I exited out. So I went and I tried to do another one, right? I was like, okay, we'll just try it again. And I did 2 more, and they both failed. And I was like, okay, it's bugged. It's 100% bugged. So after that, I'm just like, I'm not merging until they fix this, because like that's expensive, right? That's 1 crow every time at the minimum that I just sat there and burnt.
at the very minimum, because a lot of these are uncommon sometimes, and sometimes the uncommons, don't go for they go for a little more. And yeah, these are businesses that are just poof, they're gone.
Exactly. So that's why I'm holding off now. I usually don't merge much, but I was like, I'm pushing for 289, so I want to have some stuff that's already, Q5 at 289. So I was trying to get them merged and brought up, but oh well. What can you do?
Yeah, I was gonna do some merging right now, but I think I'll wait until I record it just so that I can give the feedback to the team.
Yeah, because once it starts failing, try a couple more and just see if it keeps failing. I mean, it sucks, but they need the data. That's why I'm like, I wish I recorded it, but oh well.
Yeah, I have 6 Cineplex at Q1 that I could work on. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, good luck. That's all I can say.
Thank you. I will need it. But again, it'll be the sacrificial lamb for the data.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I think Woodrow, he said he was going to, I think his name's Omega Divine or Divine Omega in the game. I think he said he was going to do some merging as well. Try that on a Twitch stream. So if you guys are interested in checking out a Twitch stream, definitely go and check that out. He'll be doing some of that, I think maybe this weekend. But yeah, I mean, that's all we can do is try to provide feedback. So again, links are down below, guys, for the Discords. If you're not in them, make sure definitely you're in the main city, the official main city Discord. There is still the less, I guess, used Discord for Void, but the Legion one's pretty active. So you guys everybody's welcome in all of them. So definitely join them. Talk to some of the veterans if you need some help. And they'll be more than happy to give you some advice and some tips, help you get going.
Yeah, definitely get involved. The community is pretty awesome, and like I said, everybody's willing to help. Just like you said, people are welcome to the Legion Discord. So the community in Main City is great, guys. Go ahead and join the Discords. There's a lot of good information there.
Most definitely. So I think with that, we've wrapped up pretty much everything we want to talk about. We did a little bit of speculating as well on what these expedition logs are foretelling. So I think for the most part, everybody, thank you for making it to this point. We appreciate your guys' support and your attentiveness on listening to our podcast. Drop down below how you guys did in the competition, what you guys got. Definitely check out the video that DJ Oracle put out showing his prize pool, and I've got a little debrief as well, so you can check the debrief out. But yeah, again, thank you for joining us. Thank you, DJ Oracle, for joining me and helping co-host. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll let you do your intro or outro, and then we'll sign off.
Yeah. Thank you guys for thank you for all the support, because we do get a lot of good feedback. A lot of people do like the podcast, and thank you for all the good support. Remember to like, subscribe, share it. Thank you guys for being with us, and thank you again, RWINK, for hosting and keeping us rolling in the good path.
Yeah, other than the small technical difficulty of not switching screens properly, but hey, I'm still learning. It's just like I'm still learning always in Main City. So again, thank you for joining me. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a podcast without the banter, right? So I appreciate everybody as well for tuning in and giving us feedback. So if you guys got anything you want us to talk about, drop them down below, and we'll try to incorporate them in the next podcast. Which we're trying to get this to be sort of a bi-weekly, so twice a month, every other week here. We'll see how well we can maintain that schedule, but so far this will be the second one that has been released on that every 2 week schedule. So yeah, keep your eyes out for it, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Have a good one.
Thank you guys. See you guys late.